Red, can you squeeze through?
No, not going through. You're carrying your legs there.
Yeah, it's far forward as I can go, and if I leave my hands there, I'm going to get wrapped on the knuckles. To whip them back when Lewis is attacking.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Seacourt Silver Racquet 2024, sponsored by Peter Luck Hilly. There's our title sponsor for this event, as well as our gold sponsors, Grady's Funeral Homes and Denmead Driving Range. This is the third quarterfinal, which we've had two quarterfinals so far. We've had two semi-finalists. So the first semi-final tomorrow will be between Preston's Vaughan Hamilton and Seacourt's Max Truman.
Can't let you wear that, sorry.
Is the first quarterfinal of the bottom half of the draw. And so let's introduce the players. On the screen there we have from Oxford, Greenhalgh, playing off that handicap of 11.1. Came through Luke Danby in the first round. And has one of his first matches for quite a while. Some of that career from Craig. Category A Open from Oxford. And a few appearances at the second round of the British Open. Form guide, some National League matches, Category A Open at Manchester. Looking to get back into playing a bit more regularly. Said in his post-match interview yesterday that he's planning to attend the US Pro Singles at Newport this year. That's his big target. His opponent is a Seacourt alumnus, one of the many Seacourt alumni around the world of real tennis. His name is Lewis Gordon. He's currently the senior professional at the Petworth House Tennis Club, playing off a handicap of 5.9. However, because this is a Seacourt Silver Racquet, handicaps aren't as straightforward as that. So, Lewis Gordon entered the tournament as a handicap 6.3. He got a small win against Robert Schenkman, but he's also, being a Seacourt alumni, he receives 2 points penalty for his handicap. So he'll be playing as though he were a 4.3. So the difference for this match will be 5 different. So let's receive half 15, owe half 15. Career for Lewis Gordon. Some Category A Open matches, same as Craig. And some first round appearances there at the French Open. And form guide there, lost to Nino Marola in 5 sets at the British Open back in November. The head-to-head between these two.
Yes.
5 matches in the head-to-head, and it is 3-2. With Lewis Gordon getting the better of the last 2 encounters. But these two have not met for just over 5 years. And their first meeting back in the Seacourt Silver Racquet qualifying round, 15 years ago. Lewis Gordon is, of course, a 2-time winner of this event and has been a finalist on the last 2 occasions. So he
Quarterfinal match, right. 2024
hands the marker now.
Seacourt Silver Racquet at the hazard end. Lewis Gordon. And serving, we have Craig Greenhalgh. That's the 3 6-game sets, handicap in the first game. Lewis owes 15. Second gallery.
So Lewis Gordon, a two-time winner of this event. We'll be looking to add a third title. Craig does well off that. He does very well off that. That clipped the net cord, bounced around about half a yard, and Craig managed to chase that down and win at the point.
30-0-15. Thanks, Craig. Love 30.
So your marker today is the former world champion, Rob Fay. Now the rule normally is, if you lose a match at the Seacourt Silver Racquet, you have to mark the next match. But Claire seems to have found a loophole to that rule, insofar as if
30-0.
If you have a partner who is also a real tennis professional, you can get them to sub in instead.
Worse than 6. 2 chases.
So Rob is marking, whilst Claire is getting changed, and then we'll be looking after the 2 kids. They are down here in Seacourt for this tournament.
Second gallery.
Given that their parents, not their parents, their babysitter pulled out last minute.
And the chase, nearly a yard worse. 40-30, chase worse than 6. Go! Double fault.
And that's an unfortunate double fault from Lewis, just rolling around the back
Receive
penthouse.
first game. This is a Craig receive 15 game.
So it's a high serve coming.
$15-0. $30-15. Fault. Chase worse than the yard. 30-15 server. 40-15 worse than the yard.
So do let us know in the live chat where you're watching us from. Let us know who you're supporting. If you are from Oxford, let's hear some calls of Up the Unicorns. If you are watching us from Petworth, let's hear your support for Lewis Gordon.
40-15, chase worse than the yard.
Worse than the yard chase. We see the pace from Lewis Gordon for the first time in this match.
1 game all.
Now 1 game all.
0-15 love game. Level. Oh. Chase 2. Level. Worse than 4, 2 chases.
So Craig, in his serving here, is really trying to cut down on Lewis's ability to hit that hard ball. And we'll see as the match progresses how that serving decision changes from Craig. Be something just to keep an eye on.
Level. Chase 2. Love, chase worse than 4. Oh. On the chase, in the yard. 15 all.
That's the first grill of the game going to Lewis Gordon.
(40-15).
As we see the players really start to find their rhythm into this match.
As a second, 40-15.
Hazard chase here for Lewis. I wonder if we will see a back wall force try and win that hazard chase by getting it up close to the net.
40-15 receiver, hazard second gallery.
And instead we see a missed volley.
30-40.
That's an interesting shot by Lewis between the legs. So between the legs lob.
All.
Normally people try and hit between the legs winners, a la Roger Federer. Lewis Gordon's gone for a between the legs lob.
Oh.
So game point here in the third game. Neither player really getting an advantage yet. Oh, and that one just kind of hit the neck on the sidewall. Very hard to get back.
2-1, 15 love game. Oh. Better than the last gallery. No strokes.
Yeah.
15 all.
It's a great shot there from Lewis. Using the pace of the ball to straighten up that main wall force.
Gallery. 2 chases.
So as the ball comes off the wall, it picks up extra spin and curves in the air, such that instead of coming back across to the backhand side of Craig, it comes up into his forehand side at severe pace. So again, we're seeing still
15 all. Better than
neither
last
player
gallery.
has really figured out a clear tactic yet in terms of a way to win points. Still just pushing and prodding. Oh, that's an amazing shot by Lewis Gordon. Picks it up out of the sidewall neck and lofts it
15.
over into the winning gallery.
Oh. $40-15. No, worse than one. 45th.
So cool not up there by Rob Fay, the marker. So we'll change ends. I think we might know what's coming here. Short chase and Lewis Gordon at the receiving end.
40-15 receiver, worse than a yard.
That's exactly what you expect. He's gone wide. I think that would have been in at Petworth, but we're not at
30-40.
Petworth. We're at Seacourt. That's a great shot there by Craig.
40 all.
Read that it
Game
wasn't
ball.
going in the dead on, able to chase it down and find the base of that timber. We are at game ball again. Apologies for the language from Craig.
0-15 love.
2-all. Really nothing separating them yet. It's a good railroad to get us
15-0-15.
underway. See if he can build on that handicap.
Better than 3. 15-0-15.
Again, we're seeing the
Love
pace of that
15.
ball onto the main wall to get that dead on. 'Cause he's really not hitting that main wall much deeper than the net. And then he goes the other way.
15 all.
That's what happens if you are not serving tightly. So we'll go the bobble, try and cut down that forcing opportunity. And it doesn't work.
30-15.
So Craig needs to figure out right now, very quickly, how to stop that force. Comes in again, he gets his racket on it and tries to play football.
Better than 3.
Don't think he's getting any inquiries from any of the Premier League academies for that performance. So we go to better than 3 chase.
$40-15. Server leads. Chase better than 3. Game server. 3 games to 2.
So Lewis Gordon with a bit of
15
a
love game.
run of a couple of games in a row. Craig gives Lewis a
30 love.
taste of his own medicine. We're just going to see a forcing game today.
$40
With that handicap, Craig only needs a couple of points to really start to put the pressure on.
Oh. $15.40.
Craig placed it very low. Lewis good enough to cover it. And that's gone high. Lewis with a chance for a grill. As Craig shovels that back up. Oh, and that's just cut the wrong way off the side back wall.
Chase the line.
Oh, wow.
15-40.
Very interesting point. Gets a bit of a round of applause. So, Sebastian Swallow in the chat says he's watching from Oxford. Let's go, Craig. Are there any more of you out there from Oxford giving Craig a bit of support? You've had
15-40.
two players in the draw. We saw
Chase the line.
junior professional Jim Ludekins earlier in the qualifying until he got knocked out by Leia Vanderswalmen. As Lewis goes bang again.
30-40.
I think we're going to see that dead on count really start to rack up over the course of this match.
No, worse than 2. 30-40.
As the players change ends again, Lewis not down that receiving end for very long. He'll be happy to be back at the service end for now. But it means that he can't play his signature shot.
$30-40, receiver leads. Worse than 2.
So, worse than 2 chase here. Goes for it on the floor. And Lewis matches it, chases it up the court.
40-0.
And hits it over the lowest part of the net. And we have game point again. And shovels that volley into the net.
Game server. 4 games.
Lewis has now won 3 in a row. He's looking pretty strong.
Up. 15-0-15.
At this point in the match, Lewis looks pretty happy just to play ordinary tennis, or normal tennis from the service end. Trust the court, trust the advantages of the service end.
30-0-15.
And then when he gets down that receiving end, is giving it a big old whack. There he is, using that court
30.
to try and win some points. Craig not reading that timbre. Of course, Craig being from Oxford will be used to the Oxford timbre, which famously is at the wrong angle.
15-30. Jeez. God, worse than last gallery.
Craig gets that one back over,
15-30.
posting it underneath the net with just enough pace to get it over. That serve
30 all.
comes out of him a bit faster than he'd expected.
That ball okay? One chase. Oh. Chase 2 and 3, 2 chases. All out, please.
Just as the players collect the balls up, a reminder that we still have one more semi-final to come today. That will be at 6 p.m. The match between Prested's Levi Gale and Seacourt's very own Will Flynn. Will was very clear in his post-match interview
30 all.
that at the moment
It's a
the
yard
Seacourt
worse
Silver
than last
Racquet
gallery.
is one of the tournaments he really wants to win.
Double chase, better than 2. 40-30. Chase 2 and 3. Rook. Game receiver. 5 games to 2.
Lewis gets to the 5th game. That's 4 games on the trot. That's a brutal hit volley from Lewis Gordon. Craig does well to get it across the net again.
And better than half.
2 chasers at the opposite sides of the court. Yeah, so it can sometimes, for a lot of the Seacourt players that are up and coming, it can be somewhat of a rite of passage for them to be winning the Seacourt Silver Racquet as they progress from their junior career into their senior career. In the past, we've seen the likes of Max Truman,
Has a chase,
Lewis
better than half a
Gordon,
yard.
Adam Player, Connor Medlow, Josh Dodgson, Luke Danby, all Seacourt players who've done well here.
Point.
And Will Flynn will be looking to add
Chase,
to
better than
that
half a yard.
list. Danny Jones as well. Can't forget Danny Jones. Short chase here. Well judged by Lewis.
15-30. All.
Chance here now for Craig. To get back in the winner's column. And that is not going to help. And the first set point here for Lewis Gordon. And he only needs 1.
Game server in the first set, 6 games to 2.
He
Second
is
set.
looking very strong, Lewis
15
Gordon.
love game.
Seacourt Silver Racquet, a tournament he's very proud of having won. And that is
Level.
a very bad misread from Craig.
15 love. Love. Nearly a yard worse than last. 30 love. Stroke. 15-30. Sorry, 40 love, 40 love.
So, looking
40
at
love,
the
nearly a yard worth.
first set summary. We can see those serves 1 percentage is one of those big differences between those two players. 68% for Lewis Gordon.
40 love server, nearly a
Traditional
yard
game,
worse than last gallery.
only 36% for Craig. Struggling to find a solution to the Lewis Gordon forcing problem. As he finds the nick, and he'll be
server.
the first game
second set
of that second set.
Love.
That's a very satisfying sound, that bell ringing. It's also satisfying. Now at Radley, they've got a gong in that winning gallery. It's a fantastic noise when you hit that.
Love.
There's the lob. Oh, does well off the lob.
Last gallery. 40 love, chaser last.
So Lewis Gordon this season, back at the French Open, made his first Open doubles semi-final. Something that he was very proud of, and definitely said to me at the time he did not feel he was up with the class of those players. But Lewis, I can say to you, you definitely are up in that caliber of players who are approaching it, just so long as you can keep your body functioning.
40 love, receiver leads, chase last gallery.
So played. Puts it in the
15-40.
hazard galleries to win the chase.
Nope. Chase better than 5. 15-40.
Yeah, so Lewis in that French Open in Paris was playing with Bryn Sayers, and they got a good win against Darren Long and Rob Schenkman in 4 sets, and made it through to that semi-final. The pairing that worked quite well between Lewis and Bryn. And also won the Tampa Tour at his home court at Petworth most recently.
Oh. Points in the game. Server leads, 2 games to love, second set.
Craig's looking good in this second set here.
Oh.
Finding that winning gallery a bit, putting some pressure on Lewis's forehand side.
15-0-15.
Using that handicap to his fullest advantage. So we see it, Lewis bring up the force
15.
again. He sort of put it away for a little bit there. And Craig's serving has just been that little bit tighter.
Love.
And Craig scrambles yet again for that winning gallery. This is
40 love.
Second so far. It's served him well because he's been hitting hazard galleries off the chasers as well. So he's really able to chase down that long missed shot from
Second gallery,
Lewis.
40 love.
So do let us know in the live chat where you're watching from, who you're supporting, what your opinions have been of the Seacourt Silver Racquet so far this year. We do love to hear from you in that live chat.
40 love, receiver leads. Chase second gallery. On the chase, worse than two.
Lewis
Game
perhaps
receiver.
a bit too
Receiver
obvious
lead.
going up there to try and defend those galleries.
3 games to love, second set.
Craig just putting it down the vacant forehand side.
No, better than 2.
Try some different serving here from Lewis. See how that works. Concedes the chase. We'll try a high serve. Nope, that doesn't work either.
On fault.
Jeez, throw a few different ideas out there. He's just lost three games in a row, having won a set.
Oh. 15-0. On fault.
Just dropped his shoulders a bit here, Lewis. Just not quite coming out with the same confidence as he was in that first set.
30-0. Better than 2.
Whereas Craig is getting a bit mumbly under his breath. The shot that he's missing.
$40-30, better than
Something
2.
that happens a bit when you're playing handicap tennis. You can feel like you're playing such amazing shots and winning lots of points, and you look at the scoreboard and you're still behind. It's about channeling that and understanding, no, this is because I am the better player, I have the handicap advantage for a reason, and trust that the points will come.
40-30, server leads. Chase better than 2. Chase off.
Good cut volley there by Lewis, gets the chase off.
40-30.
In short house like that, you're just as happy to have
Oh.
a chase off. It prevents you losing the point, losing the game. Gives you another chance to get a chase back down that service end. Craig was not anticipating that force. Came straight down the middle of the court. He'd temporarily forgotten that there were a ball launching machine, ball cannon, and that receiving end. Game point.
Stroke. Game receiver.
And Lewis Gordon is on the board in this set.
Half yard worse than 6.
That will pretty much guarantee him a chase every time. There's not much likelihood of Craig getting a racket on that one.
Lucky. Level.
In the first set, when Lewis started to break away, he just strung together 3 or 4 good deadly forces. He's struggling to find that at the moment. Just lost a little bit of accuracy. That is why you want to be down the serving end. The uncertainty and indecision around the timbre.
40 love, half a yard worse than 6.
See that racket toss of frustration. Wonder if in his mind he's already preparing for a third set. He has to stay positive. Keep working through it. Keep working out what is the problem that he is trying to solve. Meanwhile, Craig at the other end.
40 love, receiver leads. Jason, half a yard worse than 6.
Just waiting for those errors to come.
Lost it.
That loses the chase.
15-40.
The net good. Yeah, Craig just playing just enough to survive at this point. He's been fairly consistent throughout the whole match. I think
15-40.
where this match has swung one way or the other has kind of depended a little bit on how Lewis's force is operating, if it's on target or not, and how that side of the game is going. So Craig is doing a really good job of staying calm, staying comfortable, and just working through the points as they come.
15-40, server leads. Chase better than 5.
That will do nicely.
Game server. Server leads 4 games to 1. 15 love game. $30 love. Get that. 15-30.
See that missed volley. Just how far back Craig's racket went. It's just the pace that Lewis brings to the game.
Thank you. $40-15.
That is some severe frustration there from Lewis. Craig spins around on that quite well.
Stroke.
He's still
30-40.
got the game point for 5-1.
Damn it. 40-0.
Game point here. This is the first time it's really gone to game point in this set. Oh, and that is a fantastic shot by Craig. Picked it up off the back wall, just got to it just in time.
5-1, second set.
Managed to put it just over
game.
the low part of the net. Brings up 5-1.
5-1.
So, what we see at 5-1. Wonder if Lewis has almost given up on the set and is just willing to use these last few points just to find that radar with that force. Get that target working. Carry that momentum into the third set.
30-15.
2 points away from the set here for Craig. And that's just 1 point away now with 5 set points. That's the first one dealt with nicely.
40.
Lewis needs to maintain that accuracy when it goes into the next set. Oh, that's got a pace on it.
15-40.
Third set point. Oh my god. There is some pace
40.
coming now. This is what he did at this midway through that second set. Well, the first set rather. Fired some in a row. Alright, chance for the set. Yeah, that is well played by Craig. Survives.
Second set serve.
Literally survives.
1. Sets are 1-1.
Few set points.
The final set.
And we are into a third set. Which way is it going to go?
Level.
As Lewis slots in his 9th dead-on of the match.
Second gallery.
You can see as we've started this third set, Lewis has taken the pace off just a little bit. Doesn't need to be hitting quite so many forces. Resetting. Playing a bit of ordinary terrace. Craig wanting to hit the winning gallery from that shot. And then getting in 2 minds and going for the grill instead.
15-all.
Lewis trying very hard to get that force back online. Oh, and that ball died off the floor.
30-15.
Craig serving well here.
Oh.
The servers are not letting Lewis get much luck with that force. There we go.
That's worse than 2 chasers.
Well,
All out, please.
a very quick set, just 18 minutes. 18 minutes to that set. And that serves one statistic for Craig. It has completely turned around. That number was down at 36% for the first set. It is up at 66% for the second. Significantly more points won. And dominating that serving end. Just 9% chases laid for Lewis Gordon. That is very low indeed. So Lewis needs a way to get more chasers. He needs his force to be online again.
Chase the
Craig
second gallery.
has been the model of consistency, which I'm kind of not talking about him quite as much as we are with Lewis, just because he's down there doing kind of his own thing a bit. Just working his way through the points.
30 all. Hazard worse than 2.
As both players are auditioning for the role of marching band leader with their racket tosses.
$40-30. Team server.
So is this
One game to love.
the break that Lewis needs? Really try and get into this set in a
15
meaningful way. We shall see how the rest of the match unfolds. Oh, it's just gone the wrong way off the timbre.
30-15.
Craig still wants that academy spot at Manchester United.
40-15.
And this set has started very differently to that previous one. This has blown away those doubts.
Squash.
30-40. Stroke. 40
And we
all.
are at game point again. Point here in the third set. Oh, he's just gone high on that grill. And
worse than 2.
punished
40 all.
by Craig Greenhalgh. So still game point. We've got chase worse than 2 coming up. What is
40 all. Chase worse than 2.
again? We're expecting a force coming. Just for the floor, but there. Oh no. Oh no. That has lobbed in, and Lewis gives
Game receiver.
a very ironic
games to
fist
love.
pump. Has to be the slowest dead on that Lewis has hit for many years. Craig once again
15-0-15.
targeting that winning gallery. His third winning gallery now. He's not missed very many of those shots.
Oh.
He's not risked putting them into hazard second. He's made sure of them when they are going in.
Worse than last gallery. Love 15. Second gallery, 2 chases.
So just as a reminder, There is one further quarter-final to be played today. And that will be at 6 p.m. The match between Levi Gale and Will Flynn. Levi is currently preparing for his match by playing
15
pool
receiver
with Henry Henman in the bar.
Worse than last
So
gallery.
if you bought him at the auction, you might want to have a word and tell him about he should take his match more seriously. I'm just kidding.
Wow. 15-0. Chase a second gallery.
Any target will do.
Second gallery.
More self-deprecating humour from Lewis Gordon there.
Now, 30-15.
So again, Lewis's game all of a sudden is flicked a switch and it is so much improved on that second set.
40-30.
Again, it's not really much that Craig's changed between the three sets. It's just been entirely the up and down nature of Lewis's game.
40-all.
All right, 40-all game point again.
Oh.
Misses the penthouse on the serve. Called fault.
Better than second gallery. 40-all.
Good serve. There's not a lot that Craig could do with that. On a 40-all, you'd kind of take it better than second chase. There's a lot you can do to try and win it. You can look to play it into the last gallery. You can look to drive it at the dead on. You can drive it low, look for the nick, and cut to the corners. There's lots of options on a better than second chase. And drives it successfully. And he now has a 3-love lead.
15-love game. Hazard first gallery. And hazard half.
So, two hazard chases here in the fourth game. No strokes as yet. And again, there's lots of things you can do to win hazard chases. You can do all the things he mentioned above for better than second chases, but you can also put it in any of the galleries.
No strokes, hazard first gallery.
You can drive it long, high on the back wall. So Railroad cuts down the opportunity to hit those hazard galleries. Opens up those cross-court boasts, drives, and high back walls.
30-love, hazard half a yard.
So hazard chase again, wants to keep it tight to the galleries. Should see another boast. Not quite as fine this time. And he needed to hit that grill. If he missed that grill, the galleries are wide open, and Craig does not need a second opinion. Oh, that's a fantastic volley into the winning gallery again.
15-40
from Lewis Gordon. The fifth winning gallery of the match.
Better than second gallery, 15-40.
Somebody give the marker a cough lozenge, please.
15-40 server leads. Better than second gallery.
Get ready for a force or a drive. Drive on the cut boat.
30-40.
And that better than second length chase. You can hit it harder than you would than if you're just aiming for the numbers.
Better than second
And
gallery.
come off the dead-on ledge.
30-40.
And we have yet another better than second gallery chase. Average chase length must not be looking pretty good right now.
$30-40, receiver leads, better than second gallery.
Oh, he exploded that into the grill as well. There's really not a lot you can do to defend against that shot. Or that ball. It's coming in from such a high angle.
Oh.
Game point yet again.
Last gallery, 40-0.
And the game's kind of in a pattern here of long chases, change ends, long chases, change ends. But while it's in that pattern, it is advantaging Lewis Gordon. He has a tactic for the long chase.
40-0, chase the last gallery.
Hit it hard, whether on the volley or the bounce at the back wall. Oh no, it's not quite gotten over, and gives Craig the first game of his for this third set.
Oh. Better than second gallery.
Yeah, so Lewis is just going to drive that as hard as he can, keep it low, go down the other end.
Oh.
And just switch back and forth like that for a while. It's not the prettiest tennis in the world.
Thank you.
But
Level.
for Lewis, it's all he needs to do.
Worse than three. Two chases.
Craig has given up on the football academy and now wants to join a gymnastics class. Again, I don't think he's going to hear a call back.
Level. Better than second gallery. Oh.
Does well to get across to that. Oh no.
It's so bad. I'm sorry, everyone.
15 love, chase worse than three.
Clearly not happy with the way he's playing. It might be a bit of a feisty post-match interview should he win.
Chase, better than two. 30 love.
Again, he's just dropped his shoulders his last few points. He had a method that was working.
Out. 40 love.
But with this handicap, if you lose a point or two, you really start to feel that scoreboard pressure again.
Game receiver. 2 games to 3, 15 love game.
For Christ's sake.
Chase better than 4.
I think someone needs to tell Lewis that he's actually leading in this game, in this set. He's not behaving like he is.
$30 love.
It's just everything's kind of falling apart. It's really out of nowhere.
15,
In the last
30.
5 minutes. The server rushed. He's talking back to himself,
30 all.
dropping his racket. All Craig really needs to do here is just hold on for a bit.
No. Better than 2. 2 chases.
Well, that is not a happy boy. One of the things that can sometimes happen when your opponent is breaking down on the opposite end of the court is it can wreck your focus a bit. So Craig really needs to make sure that he just puts that out of his mind, just does his own thing. Lewis has gone off wandering somewhere. Sure he'll be back shortly. Take
30 all. Chase better than 4.
Now Craig is trying out for the ballet troupe. We've had the football tryouts, gymnastics trials, and now the ballet. Just stick to your tennis, Craig.
40, 30. Chase better than 2. Lost it. Fell 2. Game. 3 games all. 15 game.
Someone please get that marker a lozenge. So we are 3-all here now. So we are down to a 3-game shootout to decide who makes it through to the Seacourt Silver Racquet semi-final.
Craig, is that ball okay? You can get to that. First serve. Oh! 30 love.
That short little
40
break
love.
Lewis took at the change of ends may have done him some good. Just recomposed himself. As I say that, he smacks that one in the net.
15, 40.
Craig is a little bit worried about
Time. Ball up. Thank you.
the pace that might be coming at.
15, 40.
That's a funny bounce off the back wall. He did really well with that.
30, 40.
That came out really high, not a lot of pace on it. Fantastic get. Oh, I was going to say it's not a good serve, but it turned out to be quite one. That's the thing with this game, you can
40
all
all.
these balls and bounces. A bad shot can turn into a very good one. Game point. And that game point goes to the Oxford Professional.
Server leads 4 games to 3.
Petworth Professional cannot believe it. We may start to see some forcing again from Lewis here. His go-to get out of jail trick. So the draft.
Stroke 30-15.
Must be heretical for an Oxford real tennis player to serve a giraffe. And if you know what I mean by that, you know too much about real tennis.
Worse than last. 30-15. Stroke. 40-15, worse than last gallery.
The Giraffe Club is the fundraising organisation that supports Cambridge's student team, whereas the Oxford team is the Unicorns. So the senior Unicorns are the senior members of the Oxford Club. So for an Oxford player to be serving a giraffe,
40-15 server leads. Worse than last gallery.
Seasoned varsity players. Not like that. Oh, that's come off the net with pace.
30-40.
Enough to win the point. Bit of fortune going Craig's way. I believe that's just clips the back of the board.
4 games all, 0-15.
And we are now down to a 2-game shootout.
Level.
7 grills now to Lewis Gordon. 7.
1-4. Sorry, Craig, was that the door? Door. Yeah. Thank you. It's the door. Whoa! And the last. 2 chases.
So 2 gallery chases here for Craig. In this 2-game shootout to decide the Seacourt Silver Racquet second semi-finalist. Don't forget, we will have the final quarter-final starting at 6 PM. Who will play the winner of this match? So that second quarter-final, sorry, the fourth quarter-final.
Chase the door.
Between Will Flynn and Levi Gale. Chase the door.
$15 love, chase last gallery.
So Lewis is up there defending the hazard galleries, but is not quite enough to prevent Craig from realising the other side of the court is open. not gone over the net.
2 points. 15 all.
15 all. We are very tight here. Rings out the force again. Craig needs his serves to be tight.
Has it been in the yard? 35th.
And hazard chase. Probably not terrible for Craig at this point.
Radio. And worse than 1, 2 chasers. All out, please.
Well, a very short break while the players collect the balls up. We shall have a quick look at some of the tournament targets so far. So, Dead-Ons is being led by this player, Lewis Gordon, in the Seacourt Silver Racquet. He has hit 20 to Lewis Williams' 15. Grills, also Lewis Gordon, 14 to Levi Gale's 10, though Levi has one match in hand to try and recover that. And winning galleries, a massive 6 winning galleries for Max Truman. So, we are in the middle of this 2-game shootout.
30 all. Hazard chase. Better than a yard. Hazard side.
The semi-finalist of the Seacourt Silver Racquet. Hazard chase. Goes high.
Receives
Stays
point.
in the court. And it has at least
40,
one
30.
bounce on the service side.
Worse than a yard. Chase
That
worse than
wins
a
the
yard.
chase. And worse than a yard chase now.
No, 2 and 3.
So,
Chase.
so
Juice.
much
Sorry,
depends
40 all.
on this point. 40 all. We are 4 games all in the third set. Oh no. He had it covered. It was
Game
just
server, 5 games to 4.
didn't really
15
bounce
love
off that
game.
battery wall. And now Lewis Gordon is 1 game away. Oh, he's just tickled that onto the sidewall.
15 all.
And we are 15 all.
Has a 2. 15 all.
Again, this late in a set, you don't really mind a hazard chase because the service side doesn't buy you all that much. A hazard chase buys you a very good chance of a point. If you're going to be winning serve, winning the serve, that's fantastic. If you're going to be winning the serve, you want to use a lot of
30-15.
the points that you get after that, but there's not actually that many points remaining. And that brings up
40-15.
a match point for Lewis Gordon. So, match point, hazard chase here.
40-15 receiver leads.
Hard
Hazard 2.
drive from Lewis. Bang into the dead on. Lewis Gordon is through to the semi-final. against either Levi Gale or Will Flynn.
Game, set the match, Lewis Gordon. He wins by 6-2, 1-6, 6-4.
Stay tuned, we will bring you an interview shortly.
Some of us, but I've decided I'm going to stay when it's going to.
So Lewis Gordon, Seacourt Silver Racquet is a tournament that you put a lot of history with. You love playing in this. How's it feel to be through to yet another semi-final?
I'm so happy to get through that. He worried me a lot there. I mean, it's nice to see Craig back out here and playing so well, to be honest. Really scared me in that second set. I thought he was going to take that third set off me as well. But yeah, just managed to find something and come through it. So yeah, very happy to be through.
Talk us through the match. We saw the first set go your way, the second set go his way. What was changing between the two, and then how did you recover into that third set?
I think I just took my foot off the pedal a little bit. I felt really comfortable in that first set, and then that second set he started getting a lot more balls back, just sort of playing him in. Started to get my forces back, and obviously when that's not on, I'm starting to worry. And then in that third set, I think my shot selection was a lot better. And yeah, just managed to scrape through. It wasn't easy.
No. Well, what's it like playing here again at Seacourt with the crowd behind you?
That's great, yeah. I mean, they probably won't be behind me in the next couple of matches if the Seacourt boys get through. But yeah, it's nice to be home. And yeah, it's good. It's a good fun tournament.
So semi-final either against Levi or Will. How are you looking at that match?
I don't want either of them. I don't want either of them at all. In fact, I haven't even got one that I prefer, to be honest. They're both quality players, and yeah, excited to play either of them, but it will be tough. Tough.
Fantastic. Lewis Gordon, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And do join us at 6 p.m. for the match between Levi Gale and Will Flynn.